One of the best ways to fast track the pro sound of your piano playing as a producer is to learn some next level right hand rhythm patterns. And you can start plugging these into your songs and start producing your music in free flow. And these can range from as simple as this to as advanced as this. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 game-changing right-hand patterns that you can use to upgrade the sound of your tracks and sound more human without having to use MIDI packs, sample packs, or loops. So let's give your creativity a boost with just your MIDI keyboard and DAW coming up. Hi, I'm Michael Emmerson, bringing you the best tips, tricks, and tools to accelerate your keyboard skills for your music production. Now, one of the issues when learning the piano or keyboard as a music producer is that your chords and progressions can start to sound too similar, especially if they lack rhythmic variation. So a quick antidote to this problem, it comes in the form of these right-hand rhythm patterns, and even the most simple pattern in the world can add a huge amount of variation to your tracks and your keyboard playing. But what if you could start to build up a small mental library of just 5 right-hand rhythm patterns that are used by major artists, producers, and composers that you can start to use instinctively in your own songs and productions to really bring them to life? So let's dive in. So pattern 1 is a right-hand chord pop pattern that I love to use in lots of different tracks, but it does suit pop music, also dance music as well. And you'll have probably heard this one before. So I'll just give you an example. It just goes right, 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 right. Just like that. So you can see how it's spaced across the piano roll there. So it's just going right, 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 right. Now, a good thing you could try if you wanted to as well is you could take away the last 2 faster rhythms. So you've just got that slow one at the end, and then it would go right, 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 right. Like that, and then you could blend both of them together. So maybe the first bar you go right, 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 right. And then you've got a much more varied way of playing that rhythm pattern. So you don't just have to stick to the first one. You can add a little bit of rhythmic variation in there. So if you want some hit chord progressions that you can start using these patterns with, definitely check out the free resource PDF that I've made for you called the Chord Progression Cheat Sheet, where you can basically swipe hit chord progressions from the sheet, understand chords a little bit more, and how you plug them into your own song. So be sure to check out that free resource in the description below, or you can go to www.fasttrackkeys.com/cheat sheet. Right, this next pattern I like to call the Ryan Tedder because the One Republic singer uses this in a lot of his music, but I really love this pattern as well. It's used in other songs as well, but you might recognize this piano pattern where it's basically like a join of a broken chord with a note in between. So basically what you want to do here is find a chord, like I've got A minor right here, yeah? Take the notes that are in that chord, and then you want to also use this note that's in between the top 2 of the chord, which in this case would be B. So I'd go. And basically that I'm just playing out the 4 beats in the bar, but also putting in the ands in between. So if I went for A minor here, the extra note would be there. So it's always between the top 2 notes of the chord. So I'll play it here for you as well. And then you can add your own left hand in with it. You can use different chord inversions and things. I've also shown what it looks like in the piano roll on the screen there, but let me just make an improvisation so you can hear what this would sound like. So that's a really, really nice pattern that you can use in pop music. You could use in more of a singer-songwriter style. You could even test it out in different sounds as well if you want, not just piano. So pattern 3 is called alternating notes, and it sounds a little bit like this. Yeah, so with this one, I've used this in a synth sound, but you could easily use this on a piano sound as well if you like. But let me just show you how you would do this. So you basically take a chord, and then there's multiple ways of alternating between two notes of the chord. This particular pattern, I'm going to use the top note and the bottom note of each chord. And you just basically alternate. Very, very nice sound, but very, very simple to achieve. Yeah. So I did that on A minor, but that can be achieved on any chord. I can play it on a G, A minor, F, so you can get lots of different sounds out of it, and lots of major artists have used this to great effect in lots of hit songs. For example, Billie Eilish uses it, Lewis Capaldi uses it. So definitely take advantage of that right-hand pattern because it is a popular one to use. So pattern 4 is stride chords, and these are very popular to be used on piano sounds. Yeah, really nice sound that. You probably recognize that sort of sound used in pop songs a lot. It's used in lots of different styles of music. So what you want to do with this is you want to take a chord and you want to use the top two notes followed by the bottom one. And this is the most common way to use a stride chord as a right-hand pattern. And then you basically just want to alternate. It's a bit more tricky to achieve. So what you want to make sure that you're doing is playing it more like a seesaw between your fingers. And if it is hard and it's feeling like your fingers are aching a bit there, that's normal when you first try them, especially if you're using a weighted keyboard. But they're fantastic to try out, and definitely test those out with the killer chord progressions in the chord progression cheat sheet, because then you can try some hit chord progressions with them as well. Okay, the next pattern is another rhythmic stride chord pattern, but this time we're going to incorporate some fill-ins as well. So I'll just play a basic chord progression first, but then I'll show you how you can add this to a more advanced jazzy sounding chord progression as well. So let's start with it. So basically what you want to do is play the full chord followed by the bottom note. So there's a few things going on there. I was using slightly more advanced chords, but let's just break it down to simple chords. So if we just use a C, I'm going full C chord followed by the bottom note. If I slow it down like that. Playing out that bar 1 and 2 and 3, and then we put a little fill-in in. It's basically a fill-in. It's kind of like a drum fill if you played drums before. You're basically filling in the gap that happens at the end of the bar. You can play them anywhere, but the most common place to put them is at the end of a bar before you transition into the next chord. So I'm just going to put a fill in at the end of each part. So here we go. So I did an F and a G. Then you can change chord. And you can just do two notes. Now, any white notes will work because we're playing it just in the key of C. But if you want to get a little bit more advanced, you could step outside the key if you wanted to. You could use more advanced chords if you know any 7 chords and things like that. So if you wanted to play more jazzy chords, you go for like C major 7. And with fill-ins, you can literally do any fill-in you like. So you could do a simple 2-note one, or you could do more advanced ones if you like. So definitely experiment with those. So as a producer, you always need more creative ways of getting tracks started faster. And one of the fastest ways to sound like a pro in less time is to build up a small mental library of these rhythm patterns, so you can create lots of different types of music in different situations and have more variation in your piano parts. And these patterns will become a vital tool for you to produce on the fly, but also boost your confidence in writing sessions with other artists. And this is why I've shot another special video for you called the 5 must-know piano chord rhythms that every producer should know. So to check out that video now, click or tap the screen, or for another Fast Track Keys video, click or tap the screen. Smash like and subscribe if you got value, and I'll see you in the next video.